Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? It's your boy Isaac,
And this is your boy Bryce.
and we are brothers on tennis. And folks, we have come to the third Grand Slam tournament of the year, the wonderful hallowed walls of Wimbledon. Bryce, how about that grass court tennis, brother?
Man, it's tricky, man, because you know what? You're seeing a whole different group of players succeed
Yes.
in these warm-up tournaments. And so it makes it very interesting for how they may impact this draw.
Absolutely agree. I think there have been some really interesting standouts. I mean, just names that coming out the woodworks. I mean, some of these lead-up tournaments. I mean, who knew like Jack Draper? And I mean, it's just like, where are these people coming from? What y'all doing?
Exactly. So yeah, and Haddad Maya. I mean, like we've been talking about her last year at Wimbledon, you know.
Exactly, man. I'm telling you, her game by far has just accelerated now that they are on grass. It's amazing.
Right. But I don't think we can jump into this tournament without once again just acknowledging that, you know, Wimbledon did place a ban on the Russian and Belarusian players, and that was not rescinded. So none of them are in the draw. Singles, doubles, mixed doubles, you know, they're not there. So we've expressed our opinions on that, and it's just unfortunate that they have to miss out on a major.
Right. And we can only hope that, you know, by this time next year, hopefully all of the craziness with the war on Ukraine has subsided, and hopefully that, you know, just all of this is pushed aside and we can really get the entire tour back united and everybody playing this wonderful Grand Slam. So it is unfortunate, but hopefully next year we'll be in a better position.
And as a side note to it, the U.S. Open has already come out and said no players are going to be banned from playing the U.S. Open. Now, as of right now, the United States is still saying you got to be vaccinated.
Right.
So for whoever that might be an issue.
Exactly. United States is like, you can U.S. Open, you can say all you want to say, but they better be vaccinated. I love it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and jump into this daggone tournament.
Yeah, let's do it, brother.
So as we always do, you know, to kind of build the excitement for you guys, we are going to start with the doubles. And honestly, you know, Isaac, starting with the men's doubles, you know, it's all of your regular suspects, right? You know, which is it's kind of good because you can say that there's some degree of consistency in the men's doubles game. But for me personally, outside of my favorites of, you know, Mektic and Pavic, you know, Kravitz and Mies, Special K is back together with, you know, Kokkinakis and Kyrgios. I have a personal liking for the American team of Kutla and Jack Sock. And I always like Matthew Ebden, you know, just whenever he plays. But those are just personal likes. Other than that, you know, I think the seeded teams will probably make it through towards the end.
Yeah, and I think what that does is it makes for a really exciting second week. So, and I think we saw a little bit of that at the French Open as well, is, you know, we didn't have as many really popping first round matches, but we ended up really getting some good second week matches. So I feel like this might be the case in regards to this doubles draw for the men. But, you know, but, you know, like you said, the usual suspects are here. So that kind of bodes for consistency on the double side for the most part. And it's funny, you were talking about your team of Sock and Kudla. Since World Team Tennis, you know, Stevie Johnson, I always kind of look for where he's at in all these draws. And weirdly enough, he's playing with Querrey, which Querrey actually does have a good grass court game. And funny enough, they're going against Dodig and Krajicek, who I believe Stevie played doubles with at World Team Tennis. So that should be a fun first rounder.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. And just one other thing I would throw out there. If you have the ability, like if you have Tennis Channel Plus or whatever, you have the ability to watch more than just the high profile names and singles, and you can watch some of the doubles matches. I'm telling you, it's some really good tennis.
Agreed, bro. Yeah, so, absolutely agree. I mean, again, the majority of us, folks who are listening to this particular recording, that's what we do. We typically play more doubles than singles. So, go and watch you some doubles and tighten up your skills.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I love it. So, moving on to the ladies doubles.
Yes.
I was looking for some maybe interesting pairings outside of some of the regular ones, and I just didn't really see any that caught my eye. But I did want to mention what caught my eye is that I did not see these three names. I did not see in the ladies doubles draw. I didn't see Coco Gauff. I didn't see Katie McNally, and I didn't see Jessica Pegula. And I know several of us were very interested to see who was going to match up with who at Wimbledon. And what do you think, Isaac, about none of the three of them playing, especially Katie, who is really the double specialist out of the three of them?
Yeah, Bryce, I have to tell you, man, I was really surprised, very, very surprised, because I would have thought that one, if not all of them, would have been in the draw, but at least one of them. I think you might have said it correctly a few months back. Maybe folks need to start burning their McCoco shirts. Because I'm telling you, man, the longer we go without them playing together, I think the harder it's going to be for them, really, because it might be, I don't know, Coco might be doing the Sabalenka. You know how her and Sabalenka and Mertens were playing together all the time, and then Big Sab kind of got her ranking up, was pushing towards the number one ranking, and she decided to let doubles go. And I don't know if Coco is making that particular decision, but in regards to McCoco, I don't know, y'all. I don't know, because she had a lot of really great success with Pegula as well. So that just brings a whole lot of spice into that whole equation. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. So yeah, I'm not trying to be a Donnie Downer, but just not real excited about the women's double draw. Well, I will probably watch women's double because I enjoy watching it, but I don't know that is there a team, Isaac, that you are really invested in? Like, for me, of course, I would love to see Asia Muhammad and Shabahara, now that I actually know who she is. Of course, I would love to see them do well, and they're the number 5 seed.
Right. For me, yeah, and Asia, we were able to meet her, so absolutely, I always want success for her. What's interesting to me, I'm sort of happy to see this team back together and pushing, and that's Krejcikova and Siniakova. I don't know why, but I like those two together. I like them playing doubles together. I like the whole, because Siniakova is a little bit crazy. Krejcikova is kind of the quiet one, but her game is so big. And I like that pairing for some really weird reason. So it made me happy to see them as the number 2 seeds in this draw, I have to say.
Well, and as the number 2 seeds, they are a strong contender for this title.
Yes, they are. Absolutely. 100% agree with that, brother.
So that's a good one.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we've got our doubles duty out of the way. Let's go ahead and jump into the singles draws. And, we'll be like Queen Latifah and be like ladies first tonight.
Yes.
So let's do our normal rundown. Are there any key first round matchups that we're particularly excited about for any given reason? Right. I don't know if you want to go. Why don't you go first, Isaac?
Well, yeah, and I will say this. I did not write down very many. So if yeah, I didn't. So again, hoping that that means that it's going to be a very, very exciting next week. And I know that we used to always kind of talk about what are those first round popcorn matches. So I've
Yeah.
identified matches that I think would be good just because of the people that are playing, but I
Right.
also have specifically two popcorn matches on the ladies side.
Okay.
So that's and I don't know, one of them you may question, but and actually I think it's one of the ones in the top half of the draw. So I'll go ahead and throw that one out there really quickly. And
Okay.
that's I honestly think, just as we were talking about the women's doubles, I think Jessica Pegula better be on her game when she get on that court, because Donna Vekic is not to be played with. Bryce,
Right.
Donna Vekic is no joke. I mean, she's to me is very much like a Kanepi. She if she sees a scalp and she like, yes, yes, I'm about to get it.
That is so true. When I saw that matchup, I said, Pagula should win, but Vekic is a dangerous opponent.
Yes. Yes, just really, really dangerous. And like I said, Vekic has a good game, and she's a strong girl. She hits big, big tennis. So, and on grass, that's just going to accelerate it. So, like I said, if Pegula is not on her game coming out the gates, that one may be earmarked for an upset, bro. I'm just saying.
You know what? You're not crazy for that. You absolutely are not. I actually highlighted a few in the top half.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
And I'll admit some of them may be stretches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at an upset very early in the draw. Putin, who is the number 27 seed, is playing Elise Cornet.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And she's playing well.
She is. And I would not be surprised to see Cornet come through that match.
I think you are definitely calling that one right, bro. Because like I said, she's playing well, and Putinseva's game is all about grinding and defense and all of that kind of interesting stuff. But on grass, I don't know that that's going to play to her favor, if I'm being very honest with you.
Exactly.
So I agree with you. Yeah, I think that is upset potential.
Another one where I think there is potentially some upset potential, maybe not as strong as Cornet, but I'm a big fan of Joe Titleman.
Oh, yes.
But she's playing Tomljanovic, and Tomljanovic likes grass.
Right. Yeah, and she plays a big game too. So, and to me, that's the thing. If you play an aggressive game, then you pretty much have a really good shot on grass. I feel, at least. And like I said, Aya plays a very, very aggressive game style. So, but Jill can handle that though. And Jill actually can play some good aggressive offense as well. So this one will be interesting. It'll be definitely an interesting match.
Right. Did you hear what happened? Why Simona Halep she gave the walk over?
I did not hear why, but I did see it.
Okay.
And I feel like it's more from because they didn't make too big of a deal about it. So I'm thinking it might just be she's trying to conserve herself, because quietly what they probably saw is they saw the draw that came out, and they was like, you know what? You need to go sit down somewhere and get your energy right, because you're going to need it for this first round match against Muhova.
Yes. On grass?
Bruh.
Hey.
Go ahead.
No, I'm probably about to say what you're about to say. I mean, that is not a walk in the park at all.
No. To me, I have that one as, again, I told you 2 popcorn matches. That was my second, because Muhova is no joke. I mean, if she is playing on all cylinders, to me, grass is probably her best surface, because of the fact that she has a big serve. She ain't afraid to come to the net. She has great volleys. Muhova is not going to be easy for Simona Halep.
No, because didn't we call her like the broke Barty?
Pretty much, yeah.
So, I mean, that's I don't know. Her and Patrick's little coming out party at Wimbledon might be short lived.
It just might be, because again, if she is not on her game, and especially like we said, she just retired, don't know the circumstances, but if she honestly is not 100%, I would earmark that one as well for potential upset.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And then the final one that I had in the top half of the ladies' draw was of course the Queen.
Yes.
Serena.
Yes.
Now, Serena, in all honesty, should take this Harmony tan on a tour of the greatest bakeries in London. But, we thought that last year in the first round.
Yes.
That's what Serena was going to do when she came out with the whole wedding train and all that kind of stuff. But, fingers crossed, but, I was happy when I saw that was a first-round opponent, but, I don't want to get too happy now.
Right. I mean, I do feel like she should do. I'm not concerned about her in the first round because again, I have not heard of a Harmony tan, but who knows? Who knows? Those are the worst ones because when you don't know much about somebody, they may come out and be like, "Oh yeah, I'm crazy hyped," and do just some craziness. So we definitely will want to be on the watch out for that.
I've actually watched her play a couple of times.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Yeah, and I think she's not the greatest professional tennis player. So I remember who she was when I watched her play last time. She was playing somebody that was broke down, and it was a battle.
My.
But these people be stepping up their games when they be playing goats. So.
Right. They bring out their best. And Serena even said that. She was like, everybody gonna play their best against me.
Right.
Yeah.
So hopefully, like I said, she takes her on the grand tour of the best bakeries and that's where it stays.
Now, I love it.
Did you have any in the bottom half?
I did. Again, nothing too, overly, like wowing. But the first one, I don't know, I earmarked again, I don't know that it's popcorn-ish, but just the fact that you have Danielle Collins on the court and she's playing Buskova, I just feel like that's a watch out because we haven't seen her on grass. I don't think it's her best surface.
Right.
And so I'm concerned about Danielle in that match, if I'm being very honest with you.
I had that one marked as well.
Oh, okay. How many did you have for the bottom half?
I had 3.
Oh, okay. I had a couple more, but mine again are not all that like whoa. Like I identified like Trevisan and Cocchiaretto, only because they're country women, and I always find that to be kind of fun when country women, kind of get into battle. And given the fact that Trevisan is, a French Open semifinalist, I just felt like, that would be interesting to see how she does against her countrywoman in the first round of Wimbledon. But is it truly a pop? Definitely not.
Right.
Who you got next, though, bro?
Next, I have Madison Keys against Misaki Doi. Because, it's Madison.
Exactly. And we just never know what we can get from her. It's kind of like what was said about Sloane from a consistency standpoint, and you just never know what what that ranking is that's the halting point for Madison and Sloane, and so you just don't know. I mean, I would fully expect for Madison to get through this match, but yeah, I guess we will see.
And you know what, Isaac? You just remind me. I skipped right over this one in the top half. I did highlight Sloane and Zhang.
Oh yeah. I saw that one. Yeah. I mean, given the fact that Sloane went out to Swan, I just figured I was not going to be trying to hold my breath, so I'm just going to let Sloane be Sloane and do what she need to do, and we'll catch her on the hard court.
Because Zhang was the one who did really well at the French, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. So
I'm telling you,
sis might be in trouble.
right? I tell you what, those Asian women, they don't be playing around.
No.
In the matches.
They be getting
They,
it. Yeah.
they be getting it. So that's, if you want to catch Sloan, you better try to catch that first match.
Catch it quick. Exactly. And speaking of, that was another match on the bottom that I identified was Wang against Bencic. That could be interesting. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Although, again, not knowing how Bencic is doing after she kind of pulled out of her match, I think it was against Ons the other week. If she's better, she should get through that, but it's still going to be a pretty intense match. That's a good one.
I think so.
Yeah.
Now, the British folks might not be real excited about this, but Raducanu playing that Van Uytvanck in the
Yep. Go on, say it.
I mean, that Van Uytvanck, she got like that blue collar work ethic, type thing going on, and Emma has been kind of just like all over the place, right?
Right.
I just wouldn't be surprised if. And remember, wasn't it Wimbledon where she had the panic attack in front of the fans and all that?
That is correct, and I agree with you, bro. I think that if her mind is not right, Van Uytvanck is going to come out there and be like, "Okay, I'm about to send you home." And won't hesitate because she played. In fact, Van Uytvanck played a really tough match against Anna Samova a few days ago. So her grass court game is tight. It was a 3-setter. So she's got a really good grass court game. So Emma needs to come out there and be mentally right. Otherwise, like I said, she'll be waving goodbye real quick.
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "Ooh, I get a win over a Grand Slam champion finally."
Exactly.
That's all I have for the bottom half.
Did I have any others? I did have Bernarda Pera against Kontaveit only because I just like Bernarda Pera and I like Kontaveit, and we haven't seen much from Kontaveit, so it'll be interesting what her form will be. So I kind of marked that one down. And the only other one that I had, again, earmarked is just Haddad Maia against Kaya Yvonne. Yvonne is a tough player. She's been getting some good results of late. Now, I don't know how apt she is on grass, and I fully expect for Haddad Maia to get through that match. But Yvonne is typically a pretty tough customer. So, if it went 3, I wouldn't be surprised. But I do fully expect Haddad Maia to get through that, though.
Okay.
Yeah. But that's all I got, bro.
Well, let's go ahead and jump to our projections, right?
Cool.
So for the majors, we typically start at the quarterfinal round.
Yes.
And so let's talk about the top half. Who are the 4 in the quarterfinals in the top half that we have? So,
all right. You want to get us started?
Sure. So my 4 are, I have Swiatek there by taking out Teichmann. I have Pegula there by taking out Andreescu. I have Kvitova there by taking out Halep. And I have Coco Gauff there by taking out Serena.
Wow. So we are it's interesting. Yeah, we're pretty close there. Pretty close. So similar to you, I've got Iga taking out Jill Teichmann.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, instead of Jessie, though, I actually had Shelby. I had Shelby and Bianca playing. And I actually have Bianca sliding through there. So I have Iga versus Bianca, Andreescu. In the other, I have, funny enough, I kind of flipped it, and now I'm kind of almost questioning myself because that Halep Kvitova is going to be a bomb match. I really, really hope that happens. And I actually picked Halep to come out of that instead of Kvitova, even though I loves me some Kvitova. But I picked Halep, and like you, okay. Now, and I may not get some forgiveness from some of our users. Y'all know I love me some Serena, my queen.
Right.
But
Right.
I honestly feel like Pliskova is going to take Serena out. I just don't know if the fitness is there for her to be able to deal with a Pliskova. Because again, Pliskova is the reigning semifinalist. She has taken Serena out in Grand Slam, so that ain't gonna scare her. I just feel like she's not where she needs to be to beat someone like a Pliskova in my eyes. So I have Gauff against Pliskova, and I have Gauff actually making it through because she beat Pliskova the last other week. So I have a Halep versus Gauff quarterfinal.
Of course, people are looking at that Serena Pliskova match, and I will say the reason why I took Serena were two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, like we've seen, Pliskova is still coming back from whatever injury that was. So I still don't think she's Pliskova of old yet.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if she's not, top Pliskova, that's going to be a factor. The other thing is, Pliskova had a few things to say about Serena. Serena coming back. And I know Serena has probably heard that. And we all know how Serena gets when she gets motivated that kind of way.
That's true. Might be looking at her like she's Sharapova.
Right. So I was just thinking, that little bit of motivation might just get her to run a step quicker, and we might see Serena out there diving for some balls and stuff. So
I sure hope so, bro. Honestly, because I want her to put forth the best effort she can. I really do. Right. And my heart, of course, is with Serena. But I get what you're saying 100%. 100.
Right. So, okay, so that's the top half. So we're very close, like you said. Why don't you start us off on the bottom half?
Okay. So, I know we just talked about this, but I apparently, what is it called? You're glutton for punishment. I went ahead and picked Madison Keys. So I have Madison Keys making it to the quarters against Ons Jabeur. And that bottom, I have Sakkari versus Haddad Maia.
Woo! We have 1 of 4.
Wow. Okay. What you got, bro?
Okay. I have the broke version of this draw, which is first I have Ali Risk taking out Van Uytvanck.
Okay.
Then I have Jabeur taking out Kerber.
Okay.
Then I have Ostapenko taking out Sakkari.
Well, that's the matchup I had. So we were close. I had Risk against Keys, and I had Keys taking out Risk. I had Ons versus Kerber, and then I had Sakkari versus Ostapenko. So we were close, bro.
Okay, and then I have Bencic, assuming she's healthy. I just have to go on that assumption, right?
Right.
Taking out Kontaveit.
Right. Yeah, that's the one I kind of struggled with. I put Kalinina up in there, but I figured Haddad Maia was going to make it through anyway, but
yeah. So, okay then. So what are we thinking semifinals?
All right. So who I have up top is I have an Iga Gauff semifinal. Who you got?
Right there with you, man.
All right. See, we eventually, wind our road back. You know what I'm saying?
Because who did you have them beating?
So I have Iga beating Bianca Andreescu.
Okay.
And I have Coco Gauff beating Halep.
Okay. I have Swiatek beating Pegula, and I have Gauff beating Kvitova.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, so like I said, we picked the similar ones for the semis. Now the bottom will be interesting though. Who you got for the bottom?
Bottom, and once again, like Bencic, I have to assume that Jabeur is healthy. Mm-hmm. I have Jabeur taking out Risk to make the semis, and I have Bencic taking out Ostapenko.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so we've got 3 of the 4. I've got Ons. Who is she taking out?
Keys?
No. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Ons taking out Keys, and I've actually got Haddad Maya taking out Sakari, because we know how Sakari does in the latter stages of any tournament. Yeah, so that's who I've got. I've got Iga versus Goff and Ons Jabeur versus Haddad Maya.
Yeah, the only difference we have is where you have Haddad Maya, I have Bencic.
Exactly. Yep. And honestly, like I said, like you were saying, if Bencic were of 100% health, I would probably have had her in there.
Yeah.
But again, Haddad Maya, she's kind of the hot girl, but at the same time, this is a Grand Slam, so that's a whole lot different than a 250. So she might succumb to them nerves. I don't know, but I'm just gonna pick her. I figured, she's playing ball, so to me, she's earned a little bit of attention. So I'm gonna give her some love.
All right. So who's in your finals?
So who I have in the finals, I actually have Goff finally ending the win streak of Iga Swiatek. And I have her playing Ons Jabeur in the final. How about you?
I'm at you, man.
Hey, come on now.
Okay, so who do you have winning?
Honestly, I have Goff. I have Goff only because she has now experienced a Grand Slam final. So those nerves should not be there. And I also feel that as tricky as Ons Jabeur is on grass, Coco to me has the speed and the weaponry in order to be able to counter it. And that to me is important. You have to be able to know how to move and how to do things on grass. And like I said, Ons is always going to be crafty, but I feel like Coco will be able to handle it. So I'm going Coco, bruh. How about you?
I'm gonna match you as well, so that Brothers on Tennis could say we predicted Coco Gauff was gonna win her first major at the 2022 Wimbledon.
Come on now, where it ain't got no points. But anyway.
Yeah, I ain't got no points. Right. But hey, it'll look. If she takes out Serena, that's all she needed to take out to validate it.
That's exactly. No, it ain't gonna be no asterisk. Hey, you got you a Wimbledon. That is a true Wimbledon. So I just feel like she can do this. And yeah, man. Let's ride that Coco Gauff train.
And it'll be interesting to see with her not playing doubles.
Yep.
Well, not playing women's doubles, because remember, she was out there asking for a mixed doubles partner.
Oh, and they solidified that. She picked Jack Sock, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I am going to be watching every match of that.
Oh yeah, it's like we said, bruh. Is she going into it with the purpose of just getting notoriety, or is she going into it to win? And again, if you want popularity, go with a Nick Kyrgios. But if you truly want to win that mixed doubles, you need to pick Jack Sock, and that's exactly what she did.
Oh, I wonder if Coco was like, there's too much drama in this ladies doubles between me and Jessica. Let me just go over here and play this mixed doubles real quick.
Right.
We don't play many rounds, and I got a Jack Sock out here.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Oh. That could be the reason too, bro. Because sometimes you don't want to overexert yourself by playing singles, doubles, and mixed doubles. So maybe she just was like, you know what, there is that little bit of drama. I don't feel like dealing with that right now. I want to get my doubles in though. Let me go ahead and just do mixed doubles and focus in on my singles. So, and to me, I think that would be a very, very smart move.
Well, she made the smartest move already by picking Jack.
Correct.
And FYI, y'all, I was on her Twitter telling her, pick Jack, that's the one. So
she listened.
I'm just going to imagine she saw my message and was like, all right, let me go ahead and do this.
Right, Brothers on Tennis is talking some straight up. So let me go and do it.
Oh, I cannot wait for the mixed doubles draw to come out.
Oh yeah, brother. It's gonna be popping for sure.
Oh wow. Well, okay, so we put the little bow there on the women's draw.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the gentleman's draw.
Yes.
And once again, let's start with the top half. And what matches excite you in the first round?
Well, I mean, again, not necessarily a popcorn match, but I'm just always kind of happy to see this guy back, and I don't exactly know why, but to me, that Hands versus Rosal match, Lucas Rosal against Basilashvili, I should say. I should stop calling him Hands, but I
Call
think.
him what he is. But wait a minute, yeah, call him what it is.
But I just saw that matchup and I was like, I'm happy to see Lucas Rosal back. Because, of course, y'all, if y'all didn't know, that was the one that had all the drama long time ago at Wimbledon with Nadal. Kicked over his bottle and did all this craziness. But with that being said, though, he has a big game and he actually is a very good player. So seeing him back is kind of cool. He came through the qualies and he's playing Basilashvili, which we all know Basilashvili can just destroy the ball. So I'm very interested in who is going to out-hit who in that match. I like that one, bro.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I like the one that's right above that.
Oh, yeah.
Pitch and Millman.
Mm-hmm.
We know Millman can get out there and go 5 sets with the best of them. And, Kecmanovic is having a career year so far.
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
So I'll be very interested to see that one.
Yeah, absolutely. I am pretty certain that both you and I, because to me, this is definitely what you would call a popcorn match. And that would, of course, be that first round against Jannik Sinner against our boy Stan Wawrinka.
Right. And especially since neither one of them are particularly great grass court players.
Right. Exactly. And Jannik, didn't he have a little bit of an injury that was reported, I thought?
Right.
Yeah. So the fact that he's kind of potentially dealing with that or may not be 100%, I honestly think that might be upset potential right there. Because Stan ain't scared of nobody now.
No, he is not. And I'm like, come on, Stan.
Right? Just get it done.
Well, the next one for me is a shout out to our guy, Rick. Bublik, who has been playing pretty well lately. He's playing Fuchsovitz in the first round. Now, we haven't seen Martin playing a whole lot lately. Right. But he's another one of those ones like Millman who, he's super fit, super athletic, and can be out there all day.
That's right. And funny enough, I had that one not noted as well for our boy Rick, because I know he loved him some Bublik. But that'll be an interesting one. Yeah, like you said, Fuchsovitz, not sure, what condition he's coming in, but it still should be pretty entertaining, bro. Right. Yeah. And so the next one I have, again, because like I said, I'm a big fan of Stevie Johnson. So I had to write down the Stevie Johnson, Grigor Dimitrov first round. That one should be fun. It should be fun. I mean, I would expect for Grigor to get through that relatively comfortably, but you just never know with Stevie. I mean, if he come out there and that slice backhand is knifing the way that he can do it, he could cause some trouble. He could definitely cause Dimitrov some trouble. So I am definitely looking forward to that matchup.
And for me, what rounds out the top is Hurkacz against Fokina. Yes. And as a reminder, Davidovich Fokina won Junior Wimbledon.
Gotcha.
So he definitely knows how to play on grass. So, that could be a very, very good first round match.
Absolutely agree, bro. 100%. Yeah. I had that one down. That's going to be good.
Now, did you have anything else in the top half?
No. We pretty much covered it all. A quick shout out, though, for Tommy Paul against Fernando Verdasco. Old school versus new school. I expect Tommy Paul to get through that, but, I always throw a bone for Verdasco in that backhand.
Tommy's gonna run the mess out of Verdasco. Verdasco will be out there looking like his drunk uncle. I mean, it's going. Oh, that ain't gonna be pretty.
It's not gonna be pretty, but shout out because we don't typically see Verdasco in the draws anymore. So there you go.
And there's a reason for that. So now moving on to the bottom half of the men's draw.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna take this one because I know the next one you absolutely gonna be all over.
Okay.
The one that I saw, and neither one of these guys are contenders for the title, but Coric and Schwartzman.
Oh yeah. Yep.
In the first round. I think that will be an interesting one, and I'm not exactly sure who's going to come through that.
I agree with you, and I wrote that one down as well because Coric used to be balling back in the day, and it just seems like since COVID hit and he was a part of that whole everybody gets COVID tour that Novak sponsored.
Right.
He there you go. Thank you. He hasn't been right. You haven't seen him much, and I forget what injury he's been recovering from, but yeah, Coric but he's been dangerous, and I think he's a good player. So I do think, like you're saying, that could be a real tough first rounder for Diego. Yeah. But also, quick shout out to the first round. I mean, I know it's not going to be a contest, but again, Berrettini versus Garin. That's the Garin of old. That would have been a really, really good match, but it doesn't seem like he's found much of his form of late. So. Yeah, no. I feel that's going to be a pounding.
And it's right. And is he even all that on grass anyway?
No. His specialty is definitely clay. So, that ain't gonna do nothing. But
so who else?
Oh, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say, so who else you got?
Well, I mean, in the one that I think you might be talking about, I think. Is it the FAA Cressy?
Oh, yes.
Boy, I tell you what. I had the minute I saw Felix, I had kind of penciled him in, and then I kind of scrolled a little bit more and saw the first round. I was like, "Ooh, wait a minute." I said, "Let me step back for a quick minute," because I tell you what, Maxime Cressy seems as though he has found his mojo again. And yeah, bro, he's playing some really, really good grass court tennis, and we ain't seen Felix yet. I mean, well, we did, but he lost to Hurkacz, at Halle. So and he was playing good tennis, but bruh, that to me is straight up popcorn match because I don't know who's gonna win that one. I honestly don't.
I think you go as far to say that's the best first round matchup.
Yeah, by far, yes. In the draw, yes. 100% agree with you there, bro. Yeah, that one I saw, I said, ooh, yeah, I guess I need to dial back let me think about this more. And honestly, I'm actually hating that they are facing one another in the first round because I really like both of them a lot. And I do think that both of them could make some really serious inroads in Wimbledon. But hey, that's why it's called a draw.
Exactly. I think another interesting match is going to be, now that you got Holger Rune out here talking about, Roger Federer used to be 40 times worse than me when he was a junior.
That boy crazy. He's very much like Djokovic, but I'm gonna leave that right there.
You keep Roger's name out your mouth.
Out your mouth. Thank you.
Keep his name out your mouth. There is no comparison even in his bad years when he was a junior. No, stop it. I don't know. Your hype camp is working on overtime because No, stop it. And the reason why I highlighted your name was because you played Giron in the first round, and that might be it.
That might be it quietly because Giron has been playing some really nice tennis on grass as well. So that ain't gonna be an easy one. I would not be surprised if that went 5 sets.
No,
not at all.
So who else you got in the bottom half?
This one more so is just for name. I don't know that it's going to be competitive, but I have Fritz against Musetti. I think Musetti, of course, is more accomplished and more comfortable on like clay and hard. So I would fully expect for Taylor to take him out. But just the fact that you've got those two young guys playing each other, I wanted to make note of that one. How about you? Any others?
I have Cilic and Mackie McDonald.
Yes, I wrote that down.
Yeah, because Cilic has been playing really well as of late. But Mackey's one of those tough people, and he likes the big matches, and he doesn't mind going 5 sets. And he's got the kind of game that if he's returning Cilic's serve well, if he's seeing it well that day, it could be a tough day for Marin.
I completely agree with you, man. I love Mackey's game. I love his fight. He just to me is just very gritty, never give up. And I absolutely agree with what you've said, bro. That one's going to be a tough one. I do still see Cilic making it out, but it's going to be a very, very tough fight.
I agree. And just to note, Isaac, Nadal is in the draw. Nadal says he's feeling good. And FYI, folks, we're on Grand Slam watch.
Yes, we are. We are.
If Nadal can somehow pull off winning the Wimbledon championships, he'll be going for the Grand Slam in August.
That's right.
August/September. Yeah.
That is correct. Grand Slam watch, always fun to watch. So that'll be interesting to see how they do coverage on that this Wimbledon. And a couple more quick shout outs. You got Van de Zandschulp versus Feliciano Lopez. Lopez is out there still trying to get it done. So that should be an interesting first rounder. And upset alert, do not be surprised if Denis Kudla doesn't pull that upset on Sonego.
I kind of expected, actually.
Trying to tell y'all, don't sleep on Denis Kudla on grass, y'all.
No. And both him and Mackie McDonald, we've had a chance to interview, both of them. I think we've interviewed Dennis actually twice.
Right.
Both just very, very nice guys, like both of those guys. So best of luck to both of them. That's
right. Yeah, man. So that's all I had as far as the first rounders, bro. And you have any others?
I do not. So let's talk about the predictions.
All right. You want to get started or what?
Okay, I'll get it started up top. So here are my 4 quarterfinalists in the top half of the draw.
Okay.
So I have Novak's taking out Hands.
So do I. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And then I have Alcaraz taking out Sinner.
Okay.
Then I have Tiafoe taking out Humbert.
Okay.
And then I have Hurkacz taking out Norrie.
Wow. Okay. So this might be like the lady side. So we are 2 of 4.
Okay.
We are 2 of 4. So up top, I do have Novak taking out Hands Basilashvili. I don't know why, and this is a stretch, but I actually think that Andy Murray is going to have a good Wimbledon. And I think he is going to come out, and I honestly think he is going to take out Carlos Alcaraz.
Really? Okay.
I don't know why I feel it. I don't know why. It's the dumbest feeling in the world because Alcaraz has been one of the hottest players, but I just haven't seen him on grass yet. So I'm not sure how he's going to play. So, and given that Murray is at home, he's of course valuing all of his time left on the court. I just feel like he's going to be kind of hyped. So I have Novak versus Murray, an old school throwback for the quarters. And the other one that I have is I have Humbert. No, I'm sorry. I actually have PCB taking out Humbert.
Okay.
And like you, though, I have Hubie taking out Cam.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're straight there. Yeah. So we've got Novak's and Hubie, but two different opponents for them.
Okay. Do you know? You want to know something that's funny?
What's that?
I was going through the draw. I completely overlooked Andy. But do you know what?
you?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I did. So that was not intentional for me not picking him. But looking back at the draw, I still don't know if he gets past Isner or not. Because
I agree. That's going to be a battle. Go ahead. Sorry.
just because I don't know. I mean, once again, we've had all these players have these very kind of like minor maybe injuries coming into, and I think wasn't Andy Murray's like ab injuries?
I
Like
think
like
so.
abdominal type thing. Well, according to Novak, you don't have to have abs to win any. But, still, I mean, so it's tough. So I don't know that. So I'm acknowledging that I overlooked Murray, but I don't know that I'm going to change.
Right. No. I feel you on that. Like I said, I am with you as it relates to Alcaraz, because again, based on what he's shown just in general, he really should get through. I just, for whatever reason, I don't know. I'm just feeling something, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with the feeling. So, but I know I respect what your pick, and it's likely going to be the case. It's Alcaraz.
And I would be excited to watch Novak's against either Alcaraz or Murray. I think either one of those would be a great quarterfinal. Absolutely. And then you said, who did you say you had against Herkic?
I had Cam Nuri.
No, in the quarters.
Oh, PCB.
PCB, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Because you had Humbert, right?
I have Tiafoe.
Oh no, that's right. You had Tiafoe. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have Tiafoe taking out Humbert. And that's probably my dumb pick right there. That's my dumb pick. I should say that's my emotional pick.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I did it last tournament.
So who are your four then in the bottom half?
All right. So the bottom half, I have Matteo versus the Demon, Alex de Minaur. Okay. And I've got. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. No, that's bad. I'm sorry. I have Matteo taking out Alex de Minaur to make the quarters.
Okay.
And I actually have RBA taking out Kyrgios to make the quarterfinals. So I have a Matteo RBA, and that's Roberto Batista Agut for those listeners that don't know our acronyms. And then we've got below. I did go ahead and pick FAA to get past Cressy, and I think FAA will take out Fritz. That's Felix Auger-Aliassime again, folks. I have him making the quarters, and I have Nadal taking out Cilic to make the quarters, so that we see yet another Felix Nadal family matchup battle. What about you, bro? What about you?
So I also have Berrettini, but I have him taking out Draper.
Okay. Yep. That's a good pick, though, because Draper's been, yeah.
Right. So I have him taking out Draper. I took Kyrgios over RBA.
Okay. Yeah.
Once again, Kyrgios is another one of these people with the little injury bug coming into the tournament. So if he's not 100%, that can easily flip the other way.
Right.
But I read an article where he was actually feeling good about how he's playing right now. And I think Kyrgios in a good place is a dangerous thing for other people.
I agree. Oh, my thing with him, and I struggled with that matchup really a lot, because I was like, which one do I pick? And my whole thing is, if Kyrgios is going to win, I feel like he needs to do it in straight sets, because if he lets RBA get him to a fourth or a fifth, I just feel like RBA will have the endurance and the mindset, because RBA is just like, I ain't letting nobody get up in my mental. I do me. Right. You know what I mean? He's not an emotional guy. He's just like, I'm about to just play my tennis. And I feel like if Nick doesn't beat him in straight sets, I feel like Nick will lose that match.
Yeah, if it does end up being RBA and Kyrgios, it definitely is going to go to whoever is more on their game that day.
Correct. Yeah, and like I said, part of me wants Kyrgios. Not even part of me. I actually, if all things were equal, I would want Kyrgios to win that match. But it's but Kyrgios, he's just that whole wild card, man.
Right.
Anyway.
So I have Berrettini against Kyrgios in one quarter.
Okay.
Then in the bottom, I have Fritz taking out Cressy.
So you went with Cressy. Gotcha.
Yes. I have Fritz taking out Cressy. And then, like you, I have Nadal taking out Cilic.
Gotcha. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. So okay. What does your semifinals look like?
So my semifinals are Novak takes out Alcaraz up top, and Hurkacz takes out Tiafoe.
Okay.
And then on the bottom, I have Berrettini taking out Kyrgios. And I have Nadal getting revenge on Fritz from that Indian Wells finals.
Right on, bro. Right on. I tell you what, like we talked about in the French Open, the Wimbledon ladies side, we may take different paths, but we get to this pretty much the same result. Those are my 4 semifinalists. I have Novak taking out Andy Murray.
Okay.
I have Hubie taking out PCB. I have Matteo taking out RBA, and I have Nadal taking out Felix.
Oh wow!
So we have the same semis.
Oh, look at that, brothers on tennis united.
Yes, sir. Come on.
So who you got in the finals?
Woo! Now this is where it gets spicy. Simply put, I think it's the new kids, bro. I think Hubie is going to take out Novak's, and I honestly believe that Matteo is going to end Nadal's run for the Grand Slam Championship of the year, because Matteo is just playing ridiculous grass court tennis. And I do believe he not only has the game, but he has the mental. Because like he said, I ain't trying to get up in that final again and lose. And I really think he believes that. So I'm calling a Hubie Matteo final. What you got, bro?
I'm with you on Hubie. I got Hubie taking out Novak's, but I have Nadal with Tomljanovic in his box taking out Berrettini.
Ooh, Jesus, that is funny.
Up there with her arms folded and giving side eye the whole match.
Straight up side eye. Yes, sir. I tell you, that definitely is, like you were saying, that's my emotional choice. Because of course I want Nadal to be able to lift this title. I really, really, really do. Right. Yeah, man. I can't be mad at you on that pick, bro.
So who are you picking for your win between Hubie and Berrettini?
I am going with Berrettini. I just am, again, of the mindset that the Matteo is just playing some really, really good tennis, and he's looking to lift up that championship. How about yourself? Who you got between Hubie and Mr. Nadal?
Look, we have in Nadal, the player with the most singles titles in Grand Slam history for men.
Yes.
Because Serena got him.
Right.
And I think the fact that this is there aren't a whole lot of things in Nadal's career that are first for him at this point.
Right.
Most things that he does, he's already done before, so he's just repeating and adding numbers.
Mm-hmm.
This time being, if he can get to the Wimbledon final and potentially get 3/4 of the way to the Grand Slam, I think that's going to be a motivation that is going to bring out the GOAT type champion we know in Nadal, and Hubie ain't going to be ready for that.
Oh no, yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, if he's playing Hubie, I absolutely agree with you that Hubie will not be able to raise his level to that magnitude to be able to contend with Nadal. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 100% agree, bro.
So it's a little emotional of a pick, but I'm going with Nadal, and I'm trying to ride with him till the wheels fall off.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I tell you what, there's worse people to put your coins under.
Exactly. I mean, it ain't like Nadal don't have 2 Wimbledon titles in his bag. So
exactly. So no. As it stands, you would be the odds favorite. In fact, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Shoot.
And like we've been saying, throughout this whole show, Nadal is another one.
Yes.
Where injury concern is there. So this is all about that foot not becoming an issue for him, because if he starts hobbling, whoever he's playing, it's going to probably be a wrap for him.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So all fingers, toes crossed that the foot does not become even a talking point in this upcoming Grand Slam. I hope he's able to just be healthy and just play good ball.
Right. And if your prediction comes true that Berrettini wins, correct me if I'm wrong. Since he's come back from the surgery, he would have come back, won 2 grass court warm-ups, and then won Wimbledon.
Yeah. I just think he's on one right now, bro. I don't know why, but I just feel like he is supremely confident. Our boy, Big Paul, he's talked about how he was hitting the backhand. His backhand looks very fluid right now. He's really playing some good tennis.
Right. No, I agree. So, well, that's kind of our review of the draws. And I guess we should probably announce, Isaac, that, of course, neither you nor I are going to be at Wimbledon this year. But we've got a few things up our sleeves where we may be able to still bring you a little content from Wimbledon. So
That's right. Always want to give you the experience.
Yes, keep your eyes peeled on our social media for some potential direct content from SW19.
Boom. Come on now.
They know we always got something up our sleeves.
Because you got to. It's all about the hustle, y'all.
Well, look, we are definitely here at time, Isaac, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Any final words you have about this upcoming Wimbledon tournament?
Oh, man, just once again, happy that the grass court tennis is here, enjoying what I'm seeing in these warm-ups, and I think Wimbledon will be outstanding. And, hey, if you would like, while you're watching your grass court tennis, go on ahead and peep out brothersontennis.com/the shop page and buy you some merch.
Right. Exactly.
You can have you a nice little hat, and you can just be chilling, watching Wimbledon with your Brothers on Tennis gear on. Just saying. How about you, Bryce?
So with that advice, y'all, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Enjoy the tournament. We will be back next weekend with our mid-fortnight show where we get to face up to what we've said today and make adjustments where necessary. But no, seriously, enjoy the tournament. And on behalf of the podcast, this has been your boy Bryce.
And this is your boy Isaac.
And we are Brothers on Tennis. Everyone have a great